Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 4 Part 2. And let's go to the license center. My past self, there we go. And let's take on the A license. So here we go with the first test. Being at the grand return of one of my favorite tracks in the Gran Turismo series, High Speed Ring. Oh, how I've missed thee. I fucking love this circuit. I love the improvements they made in this game. You'll see what I mean when I get into some racing on there. It's gonna be great. Yeah, overall, this track was greatly improved between now GT2 and this game. Anyways, the first test, well, there's two. A2 is the exact same route. They're not that bad. You just kind of have to hold it steady around this S curve, and that's about it. Yeah, these tests weren't difficult at all. In fact, this is my first attempt at this one. I think. That was kind of bad. Yeah, just kind of tap the brake and then let the car roll around the turn. And voila. Beat that by almost 4/10 of a second. That was kind of a shitty first turn. So, hooray! Alright. This test. By this test, I mean this place. Deep Forest 1. Deep Forest 1. What the fuck, me? Final turn at Deep Forest. I don't know if it's this car or if the turn's a lot tighter. But, the speed I had to take that turn really threw me off, as it was a lot slower than I thought I could. But I made it, and that's that. That was fucking quick. Speaking of really high speed turns, here's another new track, Suzuka. And here's a test on its 130R turn. This turn is crazy. Just gotta brake, flick the car over the curb, and hope to fuck that you have the grip and don't go too wide. Especially since there's cones lined there. But yeah. And yeah, so that takes us to our first lap thing for this license at Grand Valley East. Also returning after being excluded from GT3, even though the full speedway was still there. But glad they took the stability off for the all-wheel drive cars. Pretty sure this is an all-wheel drive car. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't even know what it is anymore. Help me. Help me, I'm stupid. Yeah. I kind of would have liked to turn the fucking preferred gear thing off. But there isn't a way to. There's only two options for the HUD. And that's this, and there's a simple mode. Which basically eliminates most on-screen information. I actually want to have this on-screen information, so I guess I'm just going to have to go with the fucking suggested gear thing, even though I don't really want to make it more challenging on myself. But yeah. Anyways, there's really not much to say about these guide runs, as they're pretty easy. At least these beginning ones are. Oh, I almost went off track there. Made some changes to Grand Valley. Some that I don't agree with. I get more into that in a later time. But yeah, I'm sure you saw it. I'm sure you know what I'm referring to. And finish. 0.8 of a second to spare. So let's just move on to A6. going back to Twin Ring Motegi. And their outside portion of the circuit. So I like how the road course takes place both inside and outside the speedway. Cool. It's really cool, actually. A little S turn there, and this. Ooh, I think I hit the rev limiter a little there before upshifting. But it doesn't matter, I still got the gold. And yada yada yada. Oh, here we go. Here is the place. That is a place. This is the Nürburgring. This is the track that'll fuck you up, and it takes 500 years to finish. It's also in every modern racing game ever, because it is, in fact, the fucking Nürburgring. Holy shit, this place is difficult. Like, I don't even know if I'd want to drive around it in real life. I'd probably go flying off into the grass. But yeah, anyways. Onwards to A8. More applied coring. More, I mean the first one. More El Capitan. Which likes to use the thing that is kind of common in this game that I don't particularly care for. And that's invisible walls. Like, instead of having an actual barrier, they just make an invisible wall for the sake of aesthetics. And like, having weird I don't fucking know. Anyways, coffee break time. And this one is knocking over the cones instead of avoiding them. So basically you have to knock over all 100 cones laid out here in this spiral. And yeah. So you kind of have to, it's kind of difficult to get a gold because you have to keep your speed up. But it's also hard to keep your speed up because you miss one cone, you're fucked. Right there, I'm surprised I didn't miss one. I think there's another part in this test where yeah, that. Not sure how I didn't miss any there. But I somehow didn't, and I got the gold. Hooray! But yeah, anyways, back to tests. Applied quartering 2 at Suzuka. And the S's at Suzuka. Well, yeah. Here we go. Okay, it was just the first few S's, but still. I think that was my first attempt at that. I don't know. It's hard. I know that. And then we did the S's at Suzuka. Let's do a full lap around the place. Yeah. This is a long test. Yeah, it's a long circuit. So prepare for a lot of silence, because I have nothing to say. Also, it took me a couple tries, because, well, you see, I actually have a best lap time for this test. Oh, yuck. So it's probably a little more aggressive than I should, or I probably should have been on this test, but yeah. God, those S's are fucking shit. This whole track is difficult, really. This that turn can fuck me over quite a bit. I'm surprised it didn't fail there, because I turned in way too soon for that. But I guess I had my left side wheels on the curb, so it didn't fail me. This hairpin, it's a tight-ass hairpin. Down this curving fucking area into the spoon corner, which is another difficult turn that fucks me over quite a bit because I just suck at it. Overall, I'm not very good at this track in any game. So yeah. Down the straightaway into the 130R. Slow down a little too much for that turn, but whatever. Konami. Those are a Konami sign here. It's kind of weird. I don't remember that existing. And finish. Just 6 more tests to go. So here we go with the first one, which is more dirt driving. I believe this one I had some troubles with getting gold. Because this one's kind of specific. But I ended up watching a demo of it and got it pretty well. Once again, it kind of bounced off the wall. It helped me a little, probably. I don't know. Anyways. And the next test takes place at an old favorite. And by an old favorite, I mean an old venue, Tahiti Maze. The first switchback section at this place, to be specific. I think this took a few tries. I can't remember. There I go, bouncing off the wall again. There I go, bouncing off the wall again. Help me. Yeah, wall, and finish. I somehow got a gold, even though that was horrible. Bouncing off walls and shit. Ugh. Oh boy, tackling blind corners, except they're not blind to me because I know Trial Mountain like the back of my goddamn hand. Also, you may remember this test from the first game. Oh my god, I need to sneeze. Go away, sneeze. Okay, it went away. Anyways, yeah, you may remember this test from the first game. A4. Remember now? This is basically the same thing, except the, finish line is further down the straightaway. And yeah. Derp-de-derp, get a good exit on the curb. See, I kind of needed to improve quite a bit, so I was trying my damnedest. And I succeeded. Improving by a half a second. Next! More blind turns. Oh boy, into the Nürburgring. Luckily, I also know this track very well because of every fucking game it's been in. Also, in the casual playthrough of this game, I've actually done the 24-hour race. Because I'm a masochist. And I'm gonna have to do it again for this LP. Woo! Really isn't much to say about how to do this. You just gotta learn this place. I mean, you have to learn every place, but this place in particular, because it's very challenging is an understatement. This is a hard fucking circuit to master. Or to be relatively good at. But yeah, that's out of the way, so time for the final one-lap guide run of this license at Trial Mountain. Bizarre. Driving a Mazda 6, nice. See, I tried this a couple times before. I got within 2/100ths of a second of the gold time. You know how frustrating that is on a test like this long? To come up that short? A little bit infuriating. I made damn sure I was going to win this time. Just following this fucking GTR. Being careful. Stability thing slowing me down. Carry a decent speed up the hill. Hard on the brakes and late on the brakes. I was maybe a little too late, but hey, I made it. Yeah. Ooh. That turn I fucked up. Got the wall. Oh well. Still 8/10 up on my previous best. And this final turn also just struggled with a little there. Got a wide apex. And time for the finish. This fucking chicane, which is actually quite difficult in this game. Because of the physics. Tagged the wall, but still got the gold. So, yay. So now let's move on to the graduation test, which is at the fucking Nürburgring. It's quite a long section. This test isn't particularly unforgiving as far as time. It is as far as this track. Because this track is unforgiving and hard. As I've mentioned 20,000 times now in this one video. But yeah. Definitely had some struggles with this. Just to, you gotta keep your momentum up if you want a gold here. And that's kind of hard to do. Unless you really know the ins and outs like I almost do. This is the final turn, I believe. I think I went off track a couple times right fucking there at the final turn, and there we go. Beat it by a fucking almost second. And that, my friends, is the A license. Let's do this transition, and let's get our license. Nice picture of the Nürburgring. Yeah! There's our license. So now, let's get our prize cars! First, for getting the license, a Pontiac Sunfire concept. And for getting silver, we get an Acura DNX. It's got to be a concept car. There's no way. And finally, for getting all gold, we get the GTR pace car. Minus the lights. Hooray. There's all gold, the gold coffee mug. So let's get a closer look at these cars. Yes. It goes a long way around. There we go. Yeah. Pontiac Sunfire. Looks kind of cool. Pontiacs were kind of cool looking. At least the things that didn't start with Grand. But yeah. Oh, this GTR is badass. Also, it's very powerful. But I'm getting a lot of pretty useful cars for saving money, yeah. So anyways, next time on GT4, we shall go and get the IB license. Stay tuned for that.